Good morning. I am inside where it's cool in our basement. This is where Chelsea and I work on our flower arrangements, and also where we store the flowers once they're picked. Today we picked everything from, there's just a few sunflowers over there that were picked today. The rest of them were picked earlier over the weekend. And you can see back there the zinnias, and then this little bucket of zinnias up here, and that bucket of zinnias right there, and the basil. And you can see it's wilting down a little bit, which is actually typical. That happens with basil. That's the reason you want to cut it 24 hours before you're going to put it in a floral arrangement, because it does wilt. But if you give it its time, it rehydrates, and then it's fine. It will actually work really well in your flower arrangements. And I have in little mason jars in my kitchen windowsill where some of the basil has actually even started growing roots. So that's pretty interesting. And over here we have some feather celosia, and over there's a little bit of feather celosia, also a little bit wilty, but it'll be fine. And then the gomphrena, which I love those little dudes. Aren't they pretty? Just little balls, just beautiful little balls. Let me increase. I can't get back there because of the sunnies, but let me increase it. And you know, I wish we had grown. I wasn't paying attention to the packets of seed that we grew this year, but I wish we had not grown so much of the white. The white's pretty, but that purple just really lends a little pop of color. And at one point I had bought some red and I had bought some orange, but I don't know if if we started them and somehow they didn't make it, or if they just didn't get started at all, and I don't know where the seed packets are at. That happens. But this is what we have to make our bouquets for tomorrow. And then also we have 12 little arrangements to make for an oral surgeon here in the county. There's a doctor appreciation event, and they need some flower arrangements for their tables, so we're just using these tiny little wide mouth mason jars, and that will work perfectly for their needs. And so all of these will be used up, and we may even have to get a few more by the time we make 2 big buckets of sunflowers. And let me see, we make 18 arrangements that we deliver to our 2 locations, and then the 12 little jars. But and then Thursday we'll have another heavy pick. So we're kind of trying to narrow it down to 2 times a week, because once we start the U-pick, we want the fields to have like a little recovery day on Friday, so that by the time folks come on Saturday, there's going to be lots of little flowers ready for them to cut. But I am just enjoying this little bit of a rest. Chelsea's outside working, and bless her heart, I should probably be out there helping her, but I told her, I said, you know, it's hot, and if you would like to wait until in the morning, I'll be happy to come back out and help you, but I'm not going out there right now. I do spend a lot of time in the evenings after it's the sun, after the weather, the air temperature has cooled. I do spend a lot of time in the garden, and she has gone on to other things for her day, so we don't worry about it. We both have our own little schedule that we deal with. This heat doesn't bother her, and I absolutely melt. So she does her thing, and I do my thing, and sometimes we work together, but that's just the way it works. I hope y'all have a beautiful day, and I hope you enjoyed just seeing these gorgeous flowers. I certainly love sharing them with you. And I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.